welcome back to Reading with Money. I'm Money, and today I am starting a reading vlog for one of my most anticipated books of all the year, and that is Natasha Pulley's new book, The Half-Life of Valery K. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Natasha Pulley is one of my all-time favorite authors. I have read every single thing that she has published, and I love every single one of them. I don't know what to tell you. She gets me. Now, this book, Half-Life of Valery K. I have already started it. I should have started this vlog a few days ago, but yeah, I couldn't. But anyway, I'm like 30% of the way through already. So yeah, what is this book about? And then I'll just get into my thoughts. This book follows Valery. I can't remember his last name. It starts with a K. It's Russian. Valery is a scientist who in 1963 is actually living in the Gulag for some reason. One day he is taken to this very mysterious city. His mentor has requested him to go to this city called City 40, where they are studying the effects of radiation on the soil, the animals, the humans, etc. So he is taken there, and things go from there as Valery discovers that things are not as they seem, and there's something much weirder going on in that city than what the KGB and the scientists, the head scientists, are telling him. I think that Natasha Pulley has managed with this book to tap into this very specific part of my brain that is obsessed with the show Chernobyl. The HBO show with Jared Harris, who I am imagining as Valery because his character was also called Valery in Chernobyl. I was so obsessed with the show that I have watched it like 3 or 4 times, and then I went and got a non-fiction book about it, and I devoured that as well, and I'm still obsessed with the topic. For some reason, it is fascinating to me. All the aspects of it. It was an awful tragedy, and like incredible what happened after the cleanup, the everything, just oh my god. And the science of it, like the fact that we as humans are capable of creating that is just incredible to me. Anyway, so I think Natasha Pulley might have been as obsessed as I was when Chernobyl came out, and then just wrote a book about something similar. I think it actually says that it's based on an actual story, because Chernobyl was not the first radioactive nuclear reactor malfunction thing that happened in the USSR. It was obviously the biggest one and the most, the one that could not be hidden. Anyway, I am just, like I said, I'm 30% of the way through. I fell in love with Valery immediately. Like, Natasha Pulley has such an incredible way of creating characters that you just love. Like, you just feel so compelled. And yeah, like, you know that they're not perfect, and you know that they have flaws, but you love them anyway. And Valery seems like such a wholesome character, and he's been through so much. We don't even have like all his backstory, I think, yet, and still you can feel oh my god, I can't. So I think that this vlog is going to be kind of spoilery, because I won't be able to control myself. So I'll just make sure when I edit to tell you with a timestamp or something when the spoilers end. So yes, we'll get into that now. So he is still so naive. Like, he can't talk in the code that everyone in the USSR apparently like had to know, like, to be able to talk about things without the KGB finding out, or at least being able to really nail them for something. He's in 1963 and he still doesn't know how to talk in code, and his mentor is like, can you please understand what I'm trying to tell you? And then we have this flashback when him and his mentor, I can't remember her name now, Russian names are just very difficult for me. They went on like exchange trip something to 1937 Germany, and everything that they see there, they actually go to Mengeles lab. That was just that was an incredible scene, and it really showed his Valery's like humanity and like his beliefs and everything, and how, you know, for the chance of getting to study that, he might have been, you know, being forced to still stay in that lab because the chance of studying that was not going to come again. But then, you know, he doesn't have to stay long. The choice is kind of taken away from him because everyone is deported. But anyway, it's just I can't formulate thoughts. So anyway, the point where I'm at right now is Valery got radiation sickness from staying out in the forest for more hours than they were supposed to, but still it was a lot more radiation than the government says that there is in the forest. So he's slowly, tentatively trying to form a friendship or a connection or a relationship with the KGB officer who is in charge of the security there at this facility, this laboratory that's called the Lighthouse inside the city, Shenkov, who is also a fascinating character. Like, of course he is. We're getting a bit of backstory now in the part where I'm at about Shenkov and the incident that apparently started this whole thing of like the whole city and the whole area being irradiated. Like the trees are dying and the water is poisoned, and yeah. So Valery has just found a group of people that were evicted from the area when the incident happened, but then because there's famine in the countryside, they actually snuck back in to the exclusion zone and they're living there. And the children have mutations and they're getting sick, and yeah, there was a dead body just now that appeared with like a massive amount of radiation in his body, and they don't know how he died because he was a healthy person before. So there's this whole mystery going on, but also it's rooted in history, and I think that's fascinating. So I can't wait to keep reading. In fact, I'm just gonna get off here now and try to go to bed and read a bit more, because I had to get off the bus right in the middle of Shenkov's backstory thing, like, and I'm very intrigued to see what is going to happen. And I don't know, I just love Natasha Pulley so much. I started this book on Friday, today is Wednesday, and I've been trying to savor it and not devour it. Why is there an alarm going off? I've been trying to savor this book and not devour it because it is shorter. It's like 300 something pages, and I don't want it to end that fast, but I also really want to read it, so I don't know what to do. So in the middle I finished Dawn by Octavia E. Butler, but now I feel like I have to finish it, and I'm probably gonna finish it between today and tomorrow, because yeah, I can't. I'm just gonna go read and probably be destroyed by this book. See you when I have an update. Well, I just read like 30% more in an hour. I could not stop myself. And this book is amazing. And I have no words. I am obsessed. It's all very upsetting. Like, the things that Valery is figuring out. And I can't stop thinking about Chernobyl. Okay. The tension, spoilers here, the tension between Valery and Shenkov is driving me crazy. I don't know if it's going where I think it could be going, but yeah, I'm just I can't with those two. I need to know the rest of Shenkov's backstory, because yeah, I need to. We also met his wife, Anna, and I love her already. And yeah, they're going to the Kremlin now, so I'm very scared. I don't know how Natasha Pulley does it. Like, honestly, I'm just in awe. I'm gonna finish this book tomorrow, so I'll talk to you then. So I just got home. I don't know how I managed to stop reading while on the bus to actually get off the bus at the correct stop, because I'm 80% done with the book, and it's become steadily unputdownable, and I'm a mess. Like, I literally just came in the door and sat down. I still haven't even taken off my scarf because it's still cold in my apartment, and haven't turned on the AC yet because I wanted to film this and the noise. But anyway, I have to talk about something now. So, like, spoilers for Natasha Pulley books in general, I guess. The references, Natasha Pulley keeps putting references to her previous books in her books, and this one is just. She first mentioned stopwatches, which, the watchmaker of Filigree Street. Then Valery got a freaking octopus? Like a real one? Like Katsu? Well, Katsu was like, you get the point if you've read. And that was enough, but there was one other reference, and I just got it for some reason, that the lab, the facility that they're in, they nickname it the Lighthouse. I think I even mentioned it yesterday when I talked about the book, and like, I didn't make the connection to The Kingdoms, which was literally my favorite book of last year. Like, a lighthouse is pretty prominent in I can't. That just tells you about my mental state right now, that I 75% of the way through I was like, oh, she called it the Lighthouse, and I'm like, anyway, I just joined Maddie's closing sprints, because today is the last day of June. I am gonna finish this book today, so I'm counting it. So that will have meant that I read 9 books, which is pretty impressive. Will my cats ever stop scratching my sofa? No, they will not. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to finishing this book now. I can't believe it. I'm just, the stakes are so high. I don't know how this book can end well. I don't know how this book can have a happy ending, but Natasha Pulley always gives me happy endings. So I need this. Also, what I thought was going to happen happened, and I'm just I'm gonna go. This book is incredible. This whole thing is incredible. I'm just how does she do it? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I am going to go down a very very long rabbit hole now, because apparently this was really based on a true story and I hadn't heard of it, even given my obsession with the show Chernobyl a couple of years ago. But this place was a real place? What is this? I need to go investigate this now. I'm gonna have to, as soon as I get my physical copy of this book, I'm gonna have to reread it. Hi, I'm just coming on here to show you that I finally got my copy of this book. Like literally a week after I finished it, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. It has like what do you call it? Like some sort of embossing on the letters here, and it's super red on the inside. Just red, and then yeah. Yeah, I got this and I immediately read the ending again, because as you do. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this because you won't see me reading this physical copy during this whole vlog, but I do own it and I do love it. And it's gonna go next to all my beautiful Natasha Pulley books. Anyway, back to the vlog. I'm gonna be thinking about this book for forever. Good Lord, I'm gonna try to wrap up my thoughts tomorrow, because I need to go to bed now. It's what, 11 o'clock. Yes, I need to go to bed. Tomorrow is Friday, last day before the holidays. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'll wrap up the vlog tomorrow. It's Saturday afternoon. I've just come here to wrap up the vlog. I've started this clip like 5 times already because there's this someone on a motorbike outside. Just, I don't know. Ugh, I hate them. I hate people who make noise with their motorbikes so much. Like, I can't even describe it. Anyway, I've just come here to say that this is my favorite book of the year. It's right up there with To Paradise and Sea of Tranquility, which, you know, I expected it because all of these authors, Natasha Pulley, Emily St. John Mandel, and Hanya Yanahigara, have consistently put out books that I love. So I knew this was gonna happen because I love Natasha Pulley. Like, yes, I think she can do no wrong in my eyes at this point. And I'm gonna read everything she ever publishes. And yeah, I'm always gonna have these super high expectations and she's always gonna meet them. Or at least that has been my experience so far. So yes. I am so happy I read this book. I thought it did a lot of things in a great way. I thought the story it told was awesome. The way that she created these characters that you instantly empathize with is just incredible. Like, all of them. Like, you literally empathize with all of the characters, with some exceptions maybe. But you know, the characters that you're supposed to empathize with, you do, and I think that that's incredible of her, how she always does this. I think that the themes that are explored in the book can lead to some very interesting conversations, and yeah, I need to talk about this book with someone soon. So if you have read it, please let me know down in the comments so I can yell at you about this book. Yeah, I really loved the ending. I didn't think it was possible for the book to end. I thought that the book was gonna end in one way. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I didn't think there was any way that the book could get out of ending it in that way, I guess. But I'm glad it did. I don't care if it's that realistic or not. I needed it to end in that way, I guess. And I don't know, it just made me happy. This book made me happy, and I can't wait to reread it, because I do think that I read it very fast, because I couldn't stop reading it, and that usually happens to me. So when I get my physical copy, I will probably reread it, or at least reread some parts of it, because yeah, I know I'm gonna be obsessed with this, and I'm also gonna go watch Chernobyl soon again, because yeah, I also did go on to investigate a little bit about the real life story of this city, and it's fascinating. I can't. Nuclear energy is something that is truly fascinating to me. I barely understand it, and yet, I don't know, it's just, oh my god, I can't. I've been already rambling for like 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna stop. If you want to read a book about a very sad scientist and his struggle with what he has to do, go read it. I can't believe that Natasha Pulley wrote a book that doesn't have a speculative element in it, and I still loved it, and it's not 19th century, and I still loved it. I mean, it's not that I can't believe it. She's a talented author, but it's the first time that she's written something that is not like 19th century speculative fiction. So yes, I am in love with everything about this book, and I can't wait to see what else she writes. I hope she continues to put out a book every year, because now I'm used to it, and I need my Natasha Pulley fix every so often now. I'm gonna wrap it up here, I guess. Let me know if you have read this book or any other Natasha Pulley books, so we can be friends. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoy the video, subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can keep seeing me gush about my favorite authors, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, happy reading!